this game. The trophy, though, protecting the Cerberus.
Yeah, that's why you throw those forward position trophies. Most of the time, like back in the day, like Black Ops 2, you'd throw them along walls because they had a huge radius. Now you got to get a little bit closer. So if you put them to where the players are going to be pushing up, better chance that they'll take out the EMPs.
Revan, it's looking more and more like we're going to a Game 5. Scump can't win the engagement versus John. John continues to impress, man. All Respawn game modes this series, he has been leading the Envious pack. And Envy getting aggressive on the map, you've got to love to see this, Revan. They are still going and pushing the agenda, not letting Optic Gaming get a comfortable push.
And that's 3 down once again for Optic Gaming. Formal, the last one alive. He's got the sight, he's got 2 EMPs, but he's been spotted. The lightning strike will take him out. And yes, it's looking like we will go to a Game 5. However, Karma is alive. There we go. He gets taken down by the sight of Slasher. And just like that, CTF is over. And yes, we will see a Game 5.
Formal finishes with exactly what I said. If he stays on that pace, he'll get 32 in the game. That's exactly what it drops. But unfortunately, it's not enough. Optic Gaming go up 2-0 in this Game 4 to just lose their lead. And now they find themselves in a tough spot as Hunted S&D will be Game 5.
All right, I can't wait to get there. But what is CTF we just watched? I mean, kind of like a similar situation that Elevate was just in. You know, they go up 2 flags early on, and they wind up losing the lead. This one goes all the way to overtime. But you get some key plays from really everybody on Envy. And what a heads-up play by Slasher at the end to not only communicate as John was going along the wall and saying, hey, as soon as you come off the wall run, I'm going to kill you, so don't panic. Fortunately, he didn't kill him as he was mid-wall run, because then the fight would have fell off the map and it would have returned.
I did not even think about that one. You would see that for a second, like, time stopped, it felt like, as they looked at each other like, there's no way if you kill me right now that this
they looked at each other dead in the eyes, are like, is this going to happen? Slasher's like, yep.
I trust you. It was a necessary sacrifice to get all those streaks. You saw him use there to hold off their base not once but twice, as well as the Cerberus just riding out around, doing its thing. Optic Gaming, just not enough as they lose that lead. And now we're going to a Game 5 in the El Clasico. You couldn't ask for much more, guys. Tweet the stream out there, twitch.tv/Call of Duty. And as we mentioned earlier, Apathy and John looking solid for this team right now as the new pickups. Look at the scoreboard there. Envy get the better of Optic Gaming again in the selling department.
John goes big time and time again. This guy is a playmaker. We said it when he was on Luminosity. Now, on Team Envious, he has a better supporting cast around him, so now he could perform even better. And he's looking like, you know, at least like a top 10 player. Maybe you could start putting him in top 5s.
Absolutely insane stuff. Envy are hungry, and they're now just 1 map away from beating Optic Gaming. The Green Wall could potentially start off 0-1 in Stage 2. Guys, give us your thoughts on that crazy CTF.
Well, is Optic going to be able to clutch it in the Game 5, or will Jack have now casted all 3 of Optic's losses throughout Stage 1 and 2? That's what's scary about this for Optic Gaming. But we're looking back at this one. The theme throughout, I mean, you heard them talking about it. I know there was a bit of a stream issue, but I tweeted something like Karma's movement with like a funny smiley face because he fell off like twice over the course of like a minute. He drops off the map. A lot of sloppy play, but when Afterburner comes out, that can happen from time to time.
It just throws off people's ability to gauge their boost and whatnot.
It does. I mean, really, it kind of came down to, I know there were a bunch of big moments, but that Slasher, I know we didn't get to see it from his perspective, but when Slasher got all 4 of those kills there, I believe he was last up. If he doesn't get those kills, that's a cap, and that's likely game. That was the final push of the closing 30 seconds. But let's take a look here. We put together a little bit of kind of a montage of a lot of the scores here that were influential. You had the 2 opening caps from Optic very early, and we'll cover a couple more of them here. But the first is going to be the Scump pull. As he gets out, you can see they're going to have 2 players on the overextension they're going to have to deal with. Optic, textbook stuff there, is Krim, Crew, able to shut it down. I think it was Krim and Formal both closing it out, and Scump's able to put that first one through. That was in, about 2 minutes into the game. Now they're going to get another pull almost right off the back of that.
Yeah, they just kind of right away. It's going to go all the way down the outside.
It was one in the first minute, one in like the second minute, basically. You'll have Scump running this one as well. Going to be able to flush it through. So when they're up at this point, 2.5 minutes of the game, I thought, oh, well, this one's done. Envy's able to bring it within 1 here. Jack say they don't have the mistakes to make anymore. And this is where JCab made a big play in the base but got caught around the corner. And it was the camo that allowed Apathy to get out. You saw Formal there lined up with the Scythe. Wasn't able to pick up the kill. And that was the big tying score. But let's talk a little bit about the overtime.
You even look back on the specialist draft. It's like Krim has Psychosis. What if he has a camo? What if he has camo to work with? And something I thought was so smart, it's really underrated, is Slasher's very close to streaks. He team kills John, and then he's able to grab the flag, put it in, earns those streaks. It's something.
That's karma falling off again. He spent most of his map, I think, falling off. Yeah, there's the team kill, and here's the score. And like you said, that allowed him to get streaks. I think that led to the Cerberus, right? Which was a big part. I mean, at one part, you saw in overtime, the second side, when Optic was trying to score, you saw how annoying it was because they had the trophy set up.